Hey, what's up guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a train deck profile with a small Shaddoll engine in it. This deck is actually really fun, and I really enjoy playing trains. I like trains. This deck is so fun to play around and play with Juggernaut Libby. I really anticipated this, and this was probably my favorite deck out of Legendary Duelist 4, Sisters of the Rose. Savannah was really excited for playing Harpies, and I was really excited for playing trains. So I went ahead and got all the train stuff, and here we are. So anyways guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think of this video down in the comments down below, and hit that bell right down there so you can become a part of the notification squad. And if you are a part of the notification squad, be sure to comment down below so I can give you guys a big heart. So let's get straight on this guys and see what I'm playing. So I'm going to be playing 3 copies of Super Express Bullet Train. This card basically, if you have a machine monster on your side of the field, it's a earth monster. You can special summon this card in your hand, and then during the end phase of this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn. You can target a machine monster in your grave and add it to your hand, which is really good. Probably one of the best cards in the deck, being able to just special summon itself. But it can't declare an attack unless you send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard, or 2 cards you control to the graveyard. I never attack with this, needless to say. Then I play 3 copies of Night Express Knight. You need 3 copies of Night Express Knight because what it does is you can normal summon this card without tributing, and then its original attack becomes 0. Not a big deal because we're just going to use it for rank 10 fodder anyways. Then we play Heavy Freight Train. I play 3 copies of the Heavy Freight Train. You need 3 copies of Heavy Freight Train. This is our rank 10 engines right here. You need the 3 copies of the Heavy Freight Train because what this does is it allows us to, if an Earth Machine monster is normal or special summoned to your field, you can special summon this card from your hand, but its original attack and events become halved, which isn't a big deal, and you can only use this effect of Heavy Freight Train once per turn, and then once per turn, if this card is detached from an XYZ monster and sent to the graveyard to activate a monster's effect, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it, which is really good and really important to the deck. Then I play 3 copies of Flying Pegasus Railroad Stampede. This card is absolutely bonkers, especially when you use normal summon it. If this card is normal or special summon, you get to target an Earth Machine monster in your grave and special summon it in defense position, so it adds for link fodder and being able to overlay as well. I don't play any rank 4s in this deck. I just go strictly for my rank 10s in my link plays. I'm not really worried about summoning link 4s and my fusion plays to summon my Shaddolls. But its effects are negated, and then you can target 1 face-up monster you control that has a level, and then it becomes the level of the other. So you can target the rank 10 monster that you special summoned, and then overlay with this being a rank 10 at that point, and the other monster to make Juggernaut Libby really easily, and just be able to attack your opponent. This is basically like Juggernaut Libby Turbo. So that's just basically what this does. And then it says the effect of this card, you cannot declare an attack the turn you activate this effect, except with XYZ monsters. No big deal, don't really care, just going to summon my XYZ monster anyways. For the last 3 train cards, we play 3 copies of Ruffian Railcar. I know some people don't play 3 copies of it. I still feel like it's necessary to play at least 2 to 3. You could probably drop 1 for some more, like Shaddolls, because I only play like 3 Shaddolls in this deck, but you could play more of those, or if you wanted to play Yugioh, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord, you could play that as well. I don't play that because I wanted to be more leaning towards train stuff, but you could definitely play 1 to 2 copies of it in this deck, and it will work very well. I will mention that. Once per turn, you can inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. We never activated the effect. The effect basically of this card is if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can add a Earth level 10 machine monster from your deck to your hand. That's all it really does. You don't have to worry about anything else except for that effect. You're never really going to inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent because you cannot conduct the battle phase the turn you activate its effect. Unless your opponent only has like 200 life points, and then it's really funny to summon Ruffian Railcar and just inflict 200 points of damage to your opponent and be like, game. Handshake. So, for the Shaddolls, we're going to be playing 1 copy of Shaddoll Dragon, because it pops spells and traps when it's fusion summoned away. 1 copy of Hedgehog. This card is the Searcher of the Shaddolls. So basically, if it's flip face up, you get to add a Shaddoll card from your deck, your Shaddoll spell or trap from your deck to your hand, and if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddoll monster from your deck to the hand. And then 1 copy of Shaddoll Falco. I play Falco. I love Falco in every single Shaddoll deck that I play. I think he's a necessity as one of, at least. Basically, you flip it face up, and you can special summon a Shaddoll monster from your grave. in face up or face down defense position, and it has the added effect of if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon this card in face down defense position. I really love the effect of Falco, and I really think it's a good one of. I think this is my particular build, my particular lineup. I don't want to play Beast because I don't want to break with Beast. I want to be able to summon these if I have to and have a decent effect. So I picked these three. You could probably play Squamata by dropping like one Ruffian Rail card. That's all I would really change in this. Maybe if you want to play Beast. I'm not a big fan of Beast, but that's up to you guys. Then I played 3 copies of Ash Blossom. You just need the 3 copies of Ash Blossom. I'm really excited this card became budget with Soul Burner. And if you guys haven't checked out my Salamangreat deck profile, it's pretty great. You should check out that Salamangreat. So, let's get into the spells, guys. So that's it for the monsters. So for the spells, we're going to be playing 1 copy of Foolish Burial because all of our Shaddolls benefit off of that, and so does Ruffian Railcar and stuff like that. So you want to play 1 copy of Foolish Burial. 1 copy of the Pretty Sparkly Monster Reborn. You need this card because it allows you to get so many more Link plays and XYZ plays. It's just really easy to send, like, if you draw like Foolish Burial and Railcar, you send like, you know, any of your level 10 Earth Machines, and then normal summon Railcar, special summon it back, overlay for 2, and then go from there. Because it's just a lot of 2-card combos in this deck where you just want to get 2 rank 10 monsters on the field. Then I played 3 copies of Shaddoll Fusion. Usually you're just going to summon Shaddoll, El Shaddoll Shikanaga with this. Sometimes you can summon Winda. Sometimes you do summon Winda in this deck just to stun your opponent. But it's an option. It's there. Then we play 3 copies of Urgent Schedule. Urgent Schedule is a really interesting new card from the Legendary Duelists 4. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, if you go second, which the majority of the time I do in this deck, you always want to go second in this deck because it's going to allow you to OTK your opponent really easily with your Juggernaut Libby. But what it does is, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower and 1 level 5 or higher Earth Machine monster from your deck in defense position, but their effects are negated. You cannot declare an attack the turn you activate this card or effect with a machine monster, except with machine monsters. And if this card is set on the field, is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 level 10 Earth Machine monster from your deck to your hand. So usually you're going to just special summon like, for instance, the Bullet Train, and I summon Ruffian Railcar usually with this. And then I can link them away on my turn and then summon, like, what's this called? What's that card called? Mrs. Radiant, to give all my monsters, like, 500 boost. Or, if I have, like, Bullet Train in hand, I'll special summon out something else, and, like, Night Express Knight, and something else like Ruffian Railcar, and then I'll special summon on my turn the Bullet Train, and then overlay for Juggernaut Libby. Then we play 2 copies of Twin Twister because we hate back row. We just hate it. 2 copies, or 3 copies of Revolving Switchyard. This card is essential for the deck. It is extremely essential for this deck, and is one of the best cards in the entire deck. If an Earth Machine type monster you control is normal summoned, or special summoned, you can activate this effect. Your opponent takes no damage for the rest of the turn. That's something that you have to keep in mind. And then also, you can special summon 1 level 4 Earth type machine monster with 1800 or more attack from your deck. And if you do, it becomes level 10. You can send, now this is the effect, that's a period there. So the rest of this effect does not have to do with the damage effect. You can do this without doing that. You can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, add 1 level 10 Earth Machine type monster from your deck to your hand. That's the big effect that we use this for, is to search our level 10 Earth Machine type monsters. I don't usually use the additive bonus of special summoning because they don't take damage when I do that, unless I know I'm not going to OTK. But then we play 2 copies of Terraforming because we want to get Revolving Switchyard to our hand as quickly as possible. 3 copies of Call Back the Grave. You need it for hand traps. That's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to be playing 1 copy of Barrage Blast. Basically what this does is once per turn you can detach any number of materials from a machine type monster you control, then target that many cards on the field and destroy them. If an Earth Machine or machine type XYZ monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card and then inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's rank times 200. So you're going to immediately inflict 2,000 points of damage for any of your rank 10s. And for your rank 11, which is Juggernaut Libby, you're going to inflict 2,200. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, I'm actually going to be playing 2 copies of Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Levy. I absolutely love this card. I think it's probably one of the best rank. I think this is probably one of the best XYZ monsters that they've created in recent history. Basically, what this card does is once per turn, you can XYZ summon this card with any copy of any rank 10 Earth Machine type monster controls material, and it gains all the materials it had. And then once per turn, you can detach material from this card. This card gains 2,000 additional attack, so it becomes 6,000 attack. And for the rest of the turn, you can only declare an attack with this card on monsters, or you can only declare attacks with this card. And during each battle phase, this card can make attacks on monsters up to the number of XYZ materials it has +1. A 6k beater that can attack a bunch of times. Yeah, reload, boom. Reload, boom. Pretty much. I love that. This card is amazing. Then I play 1 copy of Super Dimensional Robo Galaxy Destroyer, just so I can say I summoned Optimus Prime in this deck. It takes 3 materials that are rank 10, but it also counts as like Harpy's Feather Duster, and your opponent cannot activate spells or traps in response to this effect. Which is really good. It's a 5k beat stick. In case my opponent's playing like Altergeist, I do have this as my option. 1 copy of Sky Palace. It's kind of here. I don't really use it all that often, but it's an option. 2 copies of Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. This card is amazing. It does 2k burn damage, then you summon Juggernaut Levy on top of it and just swing for games. Number 81, you need number 81, it makes it immune. If you're going to go first and you're going to rank, or you're going to XYZ, you're always going to summon 81 in defense position. That's why I only play it as a 1 of in this deck. You could probably get away with 2 by dropping like Sky Palace if you don't want to play Sky Palace, or Optimus Prime if you don't want to play that. For the Shaddolls, we're going to be playing 2 copies of Shikanaga. You need Shikanaga because it's a level 10, and it's an Earth Machine type monster, so it kind of ties in with trains. And plus it has effect negation by sending Shaddolls from the deck to the hand, or from the hand to the grave, and stuff like that. You don't use that much because you only play 3 Shaddolls in this deck. 1 copy of Winda. I summon this frequently because it allows me to only let my opponent special summon once per turn, and me to special summon once per turn. So if I already have like Juggernaut Levy on the field and I summon this afterwards, it's really funny if I don't OTK them. I just sit there and I'm like, yeah, you can't do nothing, can you? 1 copy of Boral Load and 1 copy of Boral Sword. Yes, I'm still proxying Boral Sword. I am waiting on the Megatins or the Structure Deck Revolver to come out, and I'm going to buy that. Summon Sorceress. This card's really good in this deck because it allows you to get the pieces that you need on the field to make your overlay plays. 1 copy of Cleafort Genius, because this card actually ties in very well with trains, because it's level 5 or higher monster special summon to zones this card points to. So it lets you add a level 5 or higher machine monster if 2 or more monsters are special summoned to the zones this card points to. So it's really easy to kind of do that in a chain. And it's just really good. Then you get 1 copy of Mrs. Radiant because it's an Earth deck. So that's it, guys, for the deck profile. I really hope you enjoyed this one. It's a really, really fun deck. It's probably in my top 5 favorite decks of all time. And I really enjoy playing this deck. It's super, super fun. And it's super, like, OTK based, and it just swarms, and you get to play I Like Trains the whole time you're playing it. I actually play the Thomas the Tank Engine theme song while I'm playing this deck sometimes against my opponent. They're like, oh god, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. And then it's too late. So anyways, this is DarkArmedDuelist. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll see you guys around. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell down there so you can become part of the notification squad so you can see every single one of my Yu-Gi-Oh videos. See you around, guys.